Hi guys and welcome to Happy Dish. My name is Dana and today I'm going to prepare an apple cake in two colors, so please keep watching. For the filling of this cake I'm going to make a pudding and I'm going to use 700 ml of milk, 60 grams of cornstarch and 120 grams of sugar. In a saucepan add the sugar, add the cornstarch, mix everything together. Now add the cold milk. Put the saucepan on the stove on low heat and mix continue until thickens. The filling starts to thicken. Let it for a few more minutes, but carefully not to burn it. Now it's ready, so let it cool down at room temperature. For this amazing cake, I'm going to use 100 grams of sugar, 200 grams of flour, 180 grams of butter, 10 grams of baking powder and vanilla essence, 4 eggs, 3 tablespoons of milk, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 3 apples, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 8 grams of vanilla sugar, and a little bit of lemon juice. I've washed the apples and I'm going to remove the core with the seeds. Like this. Now I'm going to cut it in small pieces. If you find more seeds, you remove it. I am not going to remove the apple skin, but if you want to remove it, you can do it. I like it, so I'm going to let the apple with the skin. I will do the same with the other 2 apples. Just remove the core and cut it in small pieces. Squeeze some lemon juice over the apples in order to keep it with a nice color. I've put the eggs in this bowl and one of the eggs had 2 egg yolks, but I'm going to let it this way. Add a bit of salt over the eggs and mix everything together. Add the sugar and mix again. I've melted the butter in the microwave and let it cool down at room temperature. Now I've added the vanilla extract, but I'm going to add the butter into this mixture. and continue mixing like this. Next, I'm going to add the baking powder and the flour. In the meantime, preheat the oven at 170 degrees Celsius. I've added one part of the flour, the baking powder. I'm going to mix, and I'm going to add next the rest of the flour. I've incorporated the flour very well into this mixture. I've split the batter in two equal parts in these two bowls, and in one part I'm going to add the cocoa powder and mix very well to incorporate. And if the batter will be too thick, I'm going to add 1 or 2 tablespoons of milk. Add a little bit of milk, as you see I'm doing here, and mix. It looks okay like this. I didn't add all the milk. I'm going to add the white batter into this tray that I've oiled with butter and the powder with a little bit of flour. Spread the batter into this tray in one layer. And here you see me spread the batter in one even layer with this spatula. And I'm going to bake this sponge cake for 10 minutes. Here I'm going to mix the cinnamon with the vanilla sugar. This is how the white sponge cake looks. Bake it only halfway through. This way, when I'm going to add the apple on it, this is going to sink. Now I'm going to spread the apples on all the surface in one even layer. Now sprinkle the cinnamon over the apples with the vanilla sugar. If you don't like the cinnamon or you have some kind of allergy of it, you can leave it out. Over the apple, I'm going to add the pudding that I've made earlier when I've started the recipe. And spread it as much as you can in one even layer. Now it's time to add the cocoa batter in one even layer over the pudding. Și îl voi nivela și pe acesta. Now you see me level the cocoa batter with this spatula, and I'm trying to level it as much as I can. I'm going to place this tray in the preheated oven at 170 degrees until the cocoa batter will be baked as well. And this is how it looks when I remove it from the oven. I'm going to let it cool down and I'm going to portion it. And this is how the portion of this cake looks after cooling and powdered with sugar. It is very creamy but also fresh because of the apples. This was the tasty recipe of the day. I hope you like it and try it. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, please be happy.